Something in the attic. Here is the 411 on bats. There are many different kinds of bats, and they eat many different kinds of things. Some bats are vampire bats that feed on the blood of livestock. Some eat fruit. Others eat pollens. Most of them that we're familiar with will feed on insects. And if you're talking about how much they can eat, a small brown bat can eat up to 500 mosquitoes in an hour. It's really no surprise that bats love attics. They're accustomed to hanging out in trees or caves or other places where they can roost. And we're typically looking at females looking at a place to have their brood. In attics, they're going to have much more protection from the elements. And when they go into a state of hibernation, they won't have to spend as much time in torpor or a really low state of energy use and activity. The big question is, how dangerous are bats? When it comes to your house, not really. They're not going to tear their way in. They're just going to be opportunistic and find holes that already exist. Now, when it comes to their droppings, there's a lot of moisture there, and there's some other things that go along with having bat urine and bat feces hanging around that are a threat to your home and the well-being in there. But they're not going to do direct damage to the structure itself. Health hazards are a little bit of a different story. While only 6% of bats tested carry rabies, and these are just the ones that are caught, they still account for 90% of rabies occurrences in humans. Now keep in mind, that's only 1 to 2 per year in the US, but something to be aware of. Also, their feces can carry histoplasmosis, and you also have other ectoparasites such as bat ticks or bat bugs that they could bring with them. What should you do about them? Well, one of the simplest solutions can be just to get a bat house. Give them somewhere to roost outside of your house so that they have a great place to go. If they're already in the attic, make sure you're aware of what kind of bat you're dealing with so you can avoid those maternity times when there's going to be young ones left there that you don't want to separate, because the main way you're going to remove them is with exit traps that have one-way doors so they can get out but not back in.